Christine, I have some good news and bad news for you. Which one do you want first?
Let's get it over with the bad news, I guess.
I know you're not going to like what I'm having to say, but I'm not going to be able to make it to the hospital while you deliver our baby.
What? Eric, you know how this is important to me. We've talked about this before already, and you promised me that you'd be by my side.
I know, honey. I am so sorry. But Mom is visiting town and she said she'd swing by.
Oh, wonderful. Sarah, this can't be good.
What? What's the issue?
Can't she visit some other time? This is a significant day for us. We won't have time for chit-chat and pastries. You need to be there when our child is born. You're my husband. So, what's the good news?
Well, I was just about to share that the good news is Mom is moving in with us.
What? You mean Sarah's moving in?
Yes. Isn't that wonderful? You, the baby, Mom, and I will be all living together. We're going to be one big happy family.
That's the good news you were trying to tell me? Why am I only hearing about this now?
Well, I'm telling you now, aren't I? Plus, I only found out when she called me last night too. But after hearing her out, I thought it would be nice for all of us to live together.
I can't believe neither you nor Sarah thought to include me in this discussion. Don't I get a say in this? The house is mine too.
She's my mom, Christine. Why would I need your permission? As my wife, you should have no problem living with my mom. The wife should always listen to the husband. The decision will be made by me. That's final.
What era are we living in? That's not how a healthy relationship works. You need to inform me immediately when something comes up.
No, the husband is always in charge. Your opinion doesn't matter here. I can't believe we're arguing over something so trivial. You're being unreasonable here. Plus, why aren't you happy? I was trying to surprise you with some good news.
You consider this good news? You know your mother and I don't see eye to eye.
That's because you're too reserved. You need to get to know her better.
Haha, sure thing. Your mother despises me. Remember the first time we met? She criticized everything about me. Despite my efforts to get closer to her and inviting her for coffee multiple times, she has ignored me every single time.
You two just got off on the wrong foot. And maybe Mom can be a bit standoffish too. But she'll warm up to you eventually, trust me.
Why does she suddenly want to live with us?
Well, she's not getting any younger. She'll be turning 60 this year. Since my dad passed away already, there's no one who can take care of her anymore.
She's only 59. She's not even in her 60s yet, which is still relatively young. Honestly, I think she's more mobile than I am at the moment. I'm carrying a baby inside me.
Why are you being so harsh? We're talking about my mother. Put yourself in her shoes. She puts on a brave face around me, but I know she's hurting inside. I bet she doesn't want me to worry about her. My mom has a heart of gold.
A heart of gold? Are you kidding me? Right, Sarah is such a saint because she keeps gifting me expired makeup products. That's totally believable.
Come on. It's not intentional. She probably can't read the label since the print is so small. It's not her fault that they use tiny fonts.
I barely wear makeup and she knows that. She knows exactly what she's doing.
Okay, Sherlock Holmes. I think you're just being paranoid. Maybe you've been watching too many reality TV shows lately.
No, Eric. I'm not being paranoid or overreacting. I could list countless times she has insulted me. Despite telling her numerous times that I'm allergic to gluten, she keeps sending me cookies made with regular flour. The one time she actually invited me over for lunch, she served pasta on purpose knowing that I can't eat it. So she gave me a small salad instead.
Maybe she forgot. That's what I'm saying. She's getting old. That's why we need to be there for her.
You're being naive. There are other terrible things she's done to me right in front of you, but you never seem to notice. Why are you defending her? You're my husband. You're supposed to be on my side.
This isn't about taking sides. Let's be mature about this. Plus, why are you dwelling on the past? Let's focus on our future.
I'm not trying to stir up drama. I'm just trying to understand your mother's true intentions here. She seems suspicious to me.
Okay, sweetheart. You're sounding a bit irrational right now. Maybe it's the pregnancy hormones? Why don't you take some rest?
Excuse me? You know how I felt about Sarah long before I got pregnant. Do you remember what she told me before we got married? She said she'd never want to live with such an ugly daughter-in-law. She called me ugly.
That was 2 years ago. People change, Christine.
Not Sarah, though. When I told her about the pregnancy, she said she felt sorry for the baby having me as its mother. She hasn't even accepted me as part of the family after 2 years of marriage.
So you're saying no to her moving in with us?
That's exactly what I've been saying all along.
Well, too bad, because you don't have a choice. This is my decision, and it's final. And guess what? I've already told her that she can move in with us.
What?
My mom can help us take care of our child once it arrives. You've always wanted to continue your career after maternity leave ends, right?
I highly doubt that Sarah would take good care of her child after all the terrible things she said to me.
Don't worry about it. She knows how to raise children. Who knows if things could change once we start living together? We might all become one happy family living under the same roof.
There's absolutely no way!
Christine. Stop complaining. I've already told you that the decision has been made and nothing is going to change that. Get over it. You better grow up and behave yourself. Don't embarrass me in front of Mom, okay? Hey, Christine. I thought you'd be pleased to know that all the moving arrangements have been completed.
Moving arrangements? What are you referring to?
Have you forgotten already? I'm talking about my mom. I mentioned last week that she is moving in. Her belongings have arrived and we've set up her room. You don't mind if you convert the guest room into her room, do you? Not that your opinion would change anything.
I never agreed to any of this. I can't believe you would go behind my back like this.
I didn't think I needed your permission since I already gave you a heads up last week. I told you the final decision is mine to make. You knew this was going to happen.
What about her house, though?
She sold it.
She sold her house already? How did that happen so quickly?
Well, the house is old, but it's located near the city, so it has quite some value. A young couple bought it as soon as it was listed. The fact that she sold her house where she has lived for almost 40 years shows how serious she is about moving in with us.
That's a significant decision to make, though. And she just decided to sell it within the last week?
You're not in a position to judge what she does with her house. It's her property, not yours.
Fine, but it's not just about the house. It's about her moving into our home. The house is also my property, so I should have a say in this.
How many times do I have to tell you? As the man of the house, I make the decisions. And besides, we've already set up her room. It's too late to change things now.
Whatever you say, I won't accept it. You need to tell her that this is not okay. The guest room was supposed to be our nursery, remember?
Well, plans change. We can use your office as a nursery instead. It's not a big deal.
Absolutely not. I need that space for my work. That's why we decided to use the other spare room as the nursery.
It's too late now, Christine. I should also let you know that we've updated some of the furniture too. Mom thought our house looked a bit dull, so she replaced the curtains and bed sheets.
What? What happened to her old furniture?
I donated them. They were outdated anyway. Why are you so concerned?
Some of those pieces were gifts from close relatives. You should have consulted me before giving them away.
It's a done deal now, all right? Just accept it already. You know how much my mom loves interior design and decor. Honestly, I think the house looks more vibrant after she moved in.
I can't believe you're siding with her on this too. Both of you are acting incredibly selfish right now.
Don't overreact. You're sounding like a petulant teenager. Is it hormones?
Don't trivialize pregnancy. It's not a joke.
Whatever. Anyway, I won't be able to be by your side when our baby arrives.
Why not? She's already moved in. What else needs to be done?
I need to show her around. She's new here and can't just stay home all by herself. She needs to feel welcomed in our neighborhood. Visiting and moving permanently are two different things. I need to be a good son and give her a tour around the area.
What you need to do is prioritize your wife over your mom. I need you to be by my side while I give birth.
Why do you need me? I'm not the one giving birth. You are. It's not like I can assist you. If I go, I'd just be standing and doing nothing else. I'd rather do something more productive and help mom get used to the area. You'll have all the doctors by your side. Just leave it to the professionals.
Why are you being like this? You know, this isn't just about being there for me, but it's also for our child. You're going to be a father soon.
Who knows if that child even is mine?
Excuse me?
Where's the proof that the baby inside you is mine? It could be someone else's.
Are you accusing me of cheating on you? Eric, I've never been with anyone else other than you. I can't believe you're saying all of this right before I give birth.
Well, Mom says otherwise. One time, she told me she saw you together with another man having coffee. I think it was a couple of months ago.
I was meeting with him since we were trying to come up with an idea for his sister's baby shower. You've met him before, remember? I even told you beforehand that I was going to see him. Also, do I have to remind you that he is gay?
Yeah, I know, but it could have all been cover-up. You know how I have trust issues when it comes to women. I've been cheated on before.
No offense, but you having trust issues is your problem. I would never cheat on you. I'm not that low. I can't believe you're acting like this.
Mom said if the baby doesn't look like me, she'll kick you out of the house. And even if the baby was mine, she said there is no way it'll be cute when the mother is you.
And you didn't say anything back to her?
Why would I? She is speaking facts. I couldn't agree more with her. Honestly, I think I'm starting to see the truth now that she's telling me how she feels.
I can't believe you're siding with her. How can you be okay with your mom making such negative comments about your wife? I don't want to argue anymore. I don't feel like arguing with a man who prioritizes his mother over his wife.
Excuse me? How dare you speak to me like that? I could file for divorce anytime, you know?
Divorce? You must be joking.
Exactly. You wouldn't want that, would you? How would you support yourself and your child as a single mom? You don't have the courage to do that. After all, I was the one supporting you all along.
That's not true. I was working too. It's not like you were covering the majority of our living expenses. I have no idea what you're talking about. I think I can figure out what to do with myself. I love my job enough to work harder and aim for a promotion.
Whatever. Anyways, if you talk back to me, I'll divorce you.
Fine, I understand. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, enjoy your time at the clinic. Mom and I will have a great time together while you give birth. Good luck, and take your time at the hospital while you recover. Don't worry about us. Hey, Christine! When will you be home? Not anytime soon. Perhaps never. What? I told you to take your time, but it's been over a month already, since the baby was born. Why don't you make a visit to the hospital? You don't even know the name of the place, do you? Are you still upset about that? The baby was born, right? The hospital called you multiple times when your wife was going into labor, and you never responded even after they told you the baby was born. Oh, I was too busy enjoying my time at the country club with my mom. I told you beforehand. Did your pregnancy affect your memory? You were spending time with your mother, huh? While your wife was struggling? What are you still complaining about? Just because you don't like the idea of my mom moving in, it doesn't give you permission to act like a brat. A brat? You're talking about me? That's right. Mom says she doesn't want any ugly brat as her daughter-in-law anymore. Mom this, mom that. Why are you so obsessed with what your mom has to say? Are you in love with her? Excuse me? Who do you think you're talking to? You know what? Once you come home from the hospital, you're going to rub my mom's back. She has done so much while you were away. She kept the house clean. In fact, she made it look even better by replacing the furniture. And she cooked delicious food for me. She took great care of me, and she even paid back all of the debt I had with the money she got from selling her house. You had debt? Don't even start with me. It's not a big deal, okay? Anyways, how's the baby? Does it look like me? Yes, it looks just like you. Unfortunately. Why would you call it unfortunate? At least we know it's our baby and you didn't cheat. Plus, it's good that the baby looks like me instead of you, so it wouldn't grow up to be so ugly. Excuse me? You talk to your wife like that? This is how I normally speak to you. How dare you question me? You should be grateful that I married you. If it weren't for me, no man would ever want to be with such an ugly woman like you. Anyways, when are you coming home? The house is starting to get a little messy here. Isn't your mom taking care of the housework? You're telling me to have my mom to do the chores? How dare you? Who's going to take care of the baby though? That's your job as well. Just come home already so that you can help us with the house. I've heard enough of it. Excuse me? Are you saying that you're going to divorce me? This whole time, you've been talking to Christine's father. What? Is this Albert? She's made it clear that she wants nothing to do with you anymore. Just by listening to the way you speak to my daughter, I agree with her. I can't believe you're treating her like a servant. Christine told me everything about the way you and your mother have been treating her. There is absolutely no way that I'll ever allow my daughter or my grandchild to see you guys. Oh, please, sir. You are overreacting. This is how Christine and I normally talk, and she's totally fine with it. Then, why would she tell me that she'd never want to speak to you ever again? Do you know how shocked she was when you never showed up when she gave birth? I just wanted Christine to understand her place as my wife. She wouldn't cooperate how I wanted her to. And I am sorry that I didn't visit her at the hospital. I was busy taking care of my mom. You know how important my family is to me, right? Well, your actions speak otherwise. I think you only care about your mother. If you really cared about your family, you'd prioritize your wife first. You haven't even asked what the gender is of your child, for heaven's sake. What is Christine saying, though? Please let me talk to her. Is she divorcing me? What do you expect? Do I really need to tell you after the conversation we're having right now? She's done with you. She can't divorce me. There is no way she could support herself and the child all alone. I think it's better for the child to not have a father than to have someone full of hatred like you. Please, tell me the gender. Is it a boy or a girl? I told you that I'm not giving you any information about the baby. You don't deserve to know anything about it. This isn't my fault. Well, Christine could have told me herself about the baby's gender. Oh, what about the name though? Did she name the baby already? Yes, of course. But I am not telling you what the name is. This isn't fair. I'm the father. I deserve to know about my child. You know I have rights. Stop acting like you care. Christine told me that you didn't put any effort into naming the baby. You'll never be a decent father if you can't even treat my daughter well. I can't believe I ever let you marry Christine in the first place. Like you're so perfect yourself. As man to man, You know what it's like. Once the wife gets pregnant, the baby is all she can ever think about. Men and women are built differently. I don't know what's on Christine's mind 99% of the time. You'd understand that, right? No, I have no idea what you're talking about. I was overjoyed when my wife got pregnant with Christine. Our bond only grew stronger during her pregnancy. Well, not everyone reacts the same. You have to understand that you and I are different. Now, stop making excuses. I should have known you never cared about my daughter in the first place. I mean, look at you guys. You don't show any affection to Christine because you're too busy spending time with your mother. You say that, and I see how important Christine is to you, but she's my wife. She's a grown, independent woman now. She's not your little girl anymore. This is our issue to solve, not yours. With all due respect, you need to back off, sir. That is funny coming from you. Who loves your mommy so much? Excuse me? You prioritize your mother over your own wife. When Christine was risking her life giving birth, you were spending time with your mother at the country club. My mother is just as important as Christine is to me. I can tell that you care a lot about your mother. But let me give you one piece of advice as a man to a man. When you get married, you better prioritize your wife over anything else. If you want to form a healthy, happy relationship, you need to treat your wife like a queen. I know, whatever. I still want Christine back though. When will she be coming back? It seems you don't understand what I'm trying to say. Christine wants to divorce you. She's already signed the papers and the documents should arrive at your door today for you to sign them. Her lawyer will be contacting you shortly. You can't be serious. I am not kidding, and I never joke around. The house you're living in right now will no longer be yours anymore. What are you talking about? This house is mine. Don't say you're claiming compensation. Do I have to explain it to you? I bought the house for you two as a wedding gift. The property is under my name. What? Even if it was a gift from you, it's not your property anymore. It's mine. Whatever you say, check the documents yourself if you want proof that the property is still under my name. Christine is still my wife. You can't do this to us. Why would you try and ruin our relationship? You're not helping at all. Well, I'm not trying to help either of you out in any way. Your relationship with Christine has been ruined beyond repair by your own actions. All I'm trying to do is protect my daughter. By the way, I'm not claiming any compensation from you, but you're still going to pay your child support for your child. Fine, I made a mistake. I was just being paranoid, I guess. I've had girls cheat on me before. Okay, I'm sorry. We can do a DNA test if you really need proof. The child is 100% yours, and you have every responsibility to take care of it. You better start working and earn those cash. I know about your debt from spending money on casinos. Wait, how do you know about that? Well, I know you must have some type of dirt, so I hired a detective to look into you. Luckily, it wasn't too hard to find something. What? You hired a detective? I had to do something about it. Plus, it's not illegal. You encouraged your mother to sell the house so that you could pay back the debt you made. You should be ashamed of yourself. Please, I am so sorry for what I've done to Christine. But you can't kick us out of the house. We have nowhere else to go. You can keep Christine and the baby, but we need the house. You need to shut your mouth before you say anything more stupid. I am running out of patience here. No! Please hear me out. I didn't mean to upset you. I am sorry. Please, let me make it up to Christine. Let me talk to her. We can figure things out by having a conversation. I'm sure this is all just a miscommunication. You keep making yourself look like a fool. What you're trying to say is that you need Christine to stay so that you won't have trouble living comfortably, right? No, sir. You've got it all wrong. I didn't mean it in that way. I'm just really stressed right now. Please help. If we were talking in person, I'd be beating the living crap out of you right now. You're lucky we're just texting each other. Oh God, I am so sorry. You are a stranger to us. Don't ever contact Christine again. In fact, I'm going to block you. Have a nice life.
After that, my lawyer contacted Eric about the divorce, but he refused to sign the papers. We threatened to sue him, and he finally signed. I divorced Eric and kicked him and Sarah out of the house. We sold the house and put the money in my child's savings. Eric is staying at his friend's apartment, and Sarah is staying at an old relative's house. It seems like they're not living on the streets, but it will take a very long time for them to save up money until they can become fully independent. They have a lot of debt and work multiple jobs. Eric tried to contact me and get back together, but I changed my number and filed a restraining order. It turns out that Eric still had debt from the casino that he hadn't paid off. And on top of paying for childcare, he had no choice but to work 2 jobs full-time. He even had to sell his miniature car collections. My parents are excited about my daughter. They take good care of her and love her. I'm going back to work soon, and they'll help me with her. I'm happy to get rid of toxic people and focus on important values. I'm looking forward to being a single mom and having a great adventure with my daughter.